Our key U.S. delegation is set to visit India from March 25th to the 29th for important trade talks, which will be led by Brendan Lynch, the Assistant U.S. Trade Representative for South and Central Asia. These discussions come at a critical time for bilateral trade between India and the U.S. Lynch will lead a U.S. delegation to India this week, continuing efforts to strengthen the trade relationship between both nations. A U.S. Embassy spokesperson reaffirmed the United States' commitment to advancing a balanced and productive trade partnership with India. With U.S. President Donald Trump set to impose reciprocal tariffs on the 2nd of April, Indian exporters are on the edge. However, sources suggest India is hopeful it may be exempted from these tariffs as trade talks continue, particularly with a bilateral trade pact in the works. India's Trade Minister Piyush Goyal recently spent a week in the U.S. negotiating following discussions during Prime Minister Modi's visit last month. Both nations aim to reach the first phase of a trade deal by the end of this year, targeting $500 billion in bilateral trade by the year 2030. However, industry groups have raised concerns about tariff reductions, fearing cheaper Chinese goods could flood the market and harm domestic manufacturers. Along with these talks, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance is expected to visit India in April, signaling the continued focus on strengthening trade ties. The two nations are currently engaged in ongoing discussions to resolve tariff issues and finalize the framework for a bilateral trade agreement. While challenges remain, the ongoing trade talks between India and the U.S. are poised to shape the future of bilateral trade and impact industries on both sides. And for more on this, our Assistant Editor for Foreign Affairs, Sitan Sibol, has sent us this report from New Delhi.
We know that one of the big worries remain globally and here in India as well is the imposition of tariffs that, of course, could see a dramatic change in global trading arrangements and, of course, could impact the market sentiment, which is already down over tariff worries. But essentially, if you look at India-US relationship, this visit could be key in terms of reaching any kind of breakthrough before the tariffs kick in. With video journalist Neeraj Patel, Siddhant Subal for WION in New Delhi.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.